If you wanted to throw the hardest punch possible, who would you choose? A massive bodybuilder with arms the size of tree trunks, or a professional boxer who's nearly half his size? Most people would instantly pick the bodybuilder. After all, bigger muscles should mean a stronger punch, right? Well, not exactly. This is one of the biggest misconceptions in sports and fitness. Many people assume that punching power comes directly from muscle size. The bigger your biceps, shoulders, and chest, the harder you hit. It sounds logical, but the human body doesn't work that way. Imagine two athletes. The first spends years lifting heavy weights, building impressive muscles and incredible raw strength. The second spends years practicing boxing, working on speed, balance, timing, footwork, and technique. Even though the bodybuilder might be able to bench press far more weight, the boxer will often deliver a much faster and more powerful punch. So what's happening? The answer lies in the difference between strength and power. Strength is your ability to produce force. Think about lifting a heavy barbell off the ground or pushing a car. These tasks require you to generate a large amount of force, but they don't need to happen quickly. Power, on the other hand, is how quickly you can apply that force. A punch lasts only a fraction of a second. There isn't enough time to slowly build force like you would during a heavy lift. Instead, your body has to generate force almost instantly. Think about snapping a towel. It doesn't weigh much, but if you snap it fast enough, it creates a sharp crack. That crack isn't caused by weight, it's caused by speed. Punches work in a similar way. Speed dramatically increases the amount of energy delivered at the moment of impact. This is why you'll often see smaller fighters who hit surprisingly hard. They're not relying on giant muscles. They're relying on efficient movement, explosive acceleration, and perfect timing. But there's another reason the myth is misleading. When most people throw a punch, they focus almost entirely on their arm. They imagine the arm as the main source of power. In reality, the arm is only the final link in a much larger system. A powerful punch actually begins at the ground. Your feet push against the floor, your legs generate force, your hips rotate explosively, your core transfers that energy through your torso, your shoulders guide it into your arm, and finally your fist delivers it to the target. If any one of those links is weak or poorly timed, a large amount of power is lost before the punch even reaches its destination. Imagine trying to crack a whip while holding the handle completely still. It wouldn't work. A whip creates speed because every section transfers energy to the next. Your body works the same way. Another common mistake is believing that simply getting bigger muscles will automatically increase punching power. Bigger muscles can absolutely help, but only if your nervous system knows how to use them efficiently. Muscle size without coordination is like putting a massive engine into a car with worn-out tires and broken gears. The engine has plenty of potential, but very little of that power actually reaches the road. Professional fighters spend countless hours improving movement patterns, reaction speed, balance, and technique, not just lifting heavier weights. That's because the human body is a coordinated machine, not a collection of isolated muscles. So, if muscle size isn't the secret, what actually creates devastating punching power? The answer combines physics, biology, and neuroscience. It's the perfect synchronization of force, speed, balance, timing, and technique. In the next chapter, we'll follow the journey of a punch from the ground all the way to the fist, uncovering how your entire body works together to create explosive power. And trust me, the science behind it is far more fascinating than you might expect.